Hi, I'm Taylor Rizzo. I'm a registered dietitian at Beltline Bariatric in Atlanta, Georgia. And today I'm here to talk to you about vegan diet after weight loss surgery. So veganism and following a vegan diet has become a really trendy, popular thing lately for many reasons, right? It could be for health reasons, environmental concerns, whatever reason it is a completely safe and healthy diet to follow even after weight loss surgery. You just may have to be a little more creative and a little more careful with the foods that you pick. So on a vegan diet, you are not eating anything animal-based, right? So there's no eggs, dairy, meats, of course, seafoods, honey, and gelatins if you're gonna be very, again, aware of all those plant-based or animal-based products. And so with all those foods out of your menu availability, you are obviously lacking a lot in protein, right? And protein after weight loss surgery is one of the most important components for your success and health. So with following a vegan diet, again, you need to look at more plant-based options. So in terms of plant-based proteins that are out there, you've got lentils and beans and nuts. You have soy-based products like tofu and tempeh, and then you also have seitan, which is a wheat gluten-based protein. So there are a lot of different sources. Again, you have to be more creative and try new recipes when you're going to follow a vegan diet, but those are some really important things to be aware of, because even when following a vegan diet, you still need to make sure you're getting enough protein, even if it's from non-animal based sources. Again, when you're following a vegan diet, there's lots of things to kind of be aware of, protein being number one, but you also have to be careful with some of your micronutrients, such as B12 vitamin, calcium, and iron. So to start off with the B12 vitamins are found in almost solely animal products. And so again, seafoods, poultry, eggs, things like that. So on a vegan diet, not being able to have those foods, you can become very B12 deficient, which can be very dangerous. With B12 supplementation, that is something that is usually highly recommended and required of a vegan diet. Kind of a bonus though after weight loss surgery is your bariatric supplements have a really high dose of B12, and so you're kind of covered with your vitamins. So that's a really, really good thing. And then with iron is another kind of area of concern. Iron is oftentimes comes from red meat in your diet. Again, on a vegan diet, you're not really eating beef, right? So to get iron in your diet, again, you have to be a little creative. There's a lot of different foods that do carry a lot of iron. There are, of course, leafy greens is a really great source of them, spinach, kale, things like that. You can also get it from nuts and beans. And so those are, again, really good sources to make sure you're mindful to incorporate into your diet. Another tip with getting extra iron in your diet is, of course, picking those foods, but adding a little bit of vitamin C into your diet when you're eating iron-rich foods. So for example, putting a little bit of lemon juice in a vinaigrette for your salad, or having some fruit when you have, again, some vegetables or some nuts. The vitamin C helps your body to absorb the iron a lot better, and so you get a better iron absorption and benefit from those foods. The last big area of concern can be with calcium after or when you're following a vegan diet, because again, a lot of calcium that we eat in a normal diet that is more animal-based and plant-based comes from dairy, right? Cheeses, milks, and yogurts. And again, on a vegan diet, you're avoiding those. So in order to get calcium, again, you're gonna wanna look at some more creative sources, which can be leafy greens and cruciferous vegetables. So of course, again, like spinach and kales and broccoli is a really good example of those. Some nuts, especially almonds, do have a lot of calcium in them as well. So again, just trying to be creative and making sure that you're getting enough of those nutrients in your day. When you do follow a vegan diet, it is super important to make sure that your healthcare team is aware of that, so that way when they're checking your labs, they can double check those very important areas and make sure that you're not falling deficient in those by accident. Another really important thing to take note of or be aware of when you're starting a vegan diet is to do it very slowly. So it is never a good idea to go from 0 to 100. So if you're following an animal protein based diet and you want to go completely vegan, take it one day at a time. Maybe start with like meatless Mondays, and once you're comfortable with that, include 2 or 3 more days a week. That way, you'll be able to incorporate more vegan meals and balanced meals with all the important nutrients that you need safely, right? And not all at one time. So that way you get used to it and build up your menu. Another thing to note is going vegan does not necessarily going healthy, right? So following a vegan diet, you can eat Oreos, you can eat a lot of different potato chips, French fries, right? So you want to be careful to make sure that going vegan is for your own personal reasons and not because you think it's just automatically a healthier plan. You do still need to make sure that your nutrients are balanced. Something else that can happen when you follow a vegan diet is you tend to increase your carb count because your protein choices have been more limited. So a lot of times people will increase potato and rice and pastas and things like that. That's not necessarily a bad thing. You just want to make sure that you're keeping it, again, within proper ranges, because those foods can be a source of good protein for vegans, such as quinoa has great amount of protein, brown rice and stuff like that. So your carb count may differ a little bit, but again, it's important to make sure that you're not going way above your carb budget just because you're vegan and you feel like you have less options on your table, because you absolutely need to make sure the protein is still staying important and focus along with your veggies and your fruits. Thank you for watching. Make sure you subscribe to the channel for more videos, like, comment, and share. And if you'd like to make an appointment with our office, you can click the link below.